Hello Capricorn, welcome to Soul Good. I'm Amber Marie and this is your September 2022 Tarotscope. If you're curious about the decks that I'm using today, you can find a list of them in the description box below. You can also find links to my social media accounts, as well as links to information on personal readings and the Soul Good membership channel on Telegram. Before we jump in, I would like to remind you that this is a general reading, not a personal reading, so please only take what resonates with you. I would also like to share that I've gotten this energy of September being a month of transformation. For many, I feel like we've been put on this spiritual fast track or bumped into the spiritual fast lane, as it were. I've been describing this as like essentially us being on a cliff and God saying, "Are you ready?" and us saying no, and God being like, "Bing, too bad," right? So that's something to keep in mind, because I feel like this is going to be showing up for everyone differently, depending on where you're at, what stage you're at in your journey, how resistant you are, all of those sorts of things. And the things that come up that could potentially be triggering, I feel, will be challenging or overwhelming at varying degrees. Some may find it not challenging at all, while others may find it incredibly challenging and incredibly overwhelming. Again, just depending on where you're at, I feel like is how you're going to experience this energy. Okay, so just be ready for that. It's just a little bit of something that I've been picking up on. Okay, so let's jump into the cards. Please, Father, Mother, Life, Universe, Spirits, Guides, Angels, our cosmic team, our ancestors, our higher selves. What does Capricorn need to know for September 2022? What is coming up to be healed? Wow, that was extremely fast. All right, here we go. Off to a bang, or off with a bang. What does Capricorn need to know about what's coming up for healing? Can you provide clarity? Thank you. What's going on for Capricorn for September? Thank you very much. Anything else? Yep, I'm getting. What's going on for Capricorn, please, for the month of September? Thank you. There it is. One more. And why is this important for Capricorn, please? Or rather, why is this happening? Excuse me. Why is this happening for Capricorn? Thank you. Like, ask the right questions. All right, and why is this important for Capricorn's journey, or what changes may come from experiencing? Thank you. Why? Yep, thank you. Why is this important for Capricorn's journey, please? I feel like there's like one or two more. Why is this important for Capricorn's journey? Sorry if I was shuffling off camera, you guys. I was kind of in a zone for a moment. Why is this important for Capricorn's journey, or what changes might working through this energy bring, please? Why is this important? Thank you. Why is this important for Capricorn's journey? And what changes, or what changes could this be bringing, please? I feel like there's still one more. I thought there was maybe one more, but I feel like there's still another one. Why is this important for Capricorn's journey? No, those aren't it. Why is this? Those aren't it either. Why is this important? Yeah, there it is. Thank you. All right, let me just get those out of the way. We are also going to be looking at the Divine Masculine energy and the Divine Feminine energy as well, doing a check-in to see where these might be sitting for the month of September. Now, before I do that, I do want to share with you that simply because I'm using the term masculine does not mean male or the male gender, okay? It can apply to either gender. And simply because I'm using the term feminine, that does not mean female gender. It can apply to either or. We hold within us both energies. Sometimes you may be more in one than the other, and other times you may feel more balanced. I feel like the way that you might be able to determine this is which are you called to? Which message resonates most with you? All right, and if it's both, then it's likely that you're balanced between the two, or fairly neutral between the two, okay? Or experiencing both energies simultaneously. All right. So what's going on for Divine Masculine? What's going on for Capricorn Divine Masculine for the month of September? What do we need to... Yep, thank you. And for Capricorn Divine Feminine, please. Thank you. Let me just move these out of the way so we can jump right in. All right. So Capricorn, first you have the Samaritan in the upright or light attribute position. Refine your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. Now, here's the thing. I feel that for some of you, there's kind of this... there's a couple of energies I'm getting here. One being like, let's say you are a business owner and you have somebody working underneath you. There is this energy of like, they're not doing it the way I want, like the way that I like, how to, it's so frustrating because it's not that I feel like you don't welcome the views or perspectives of others. That's not what I'm saying here. So please, I want to make that very clear. But I feel like when somebody doesn't come forward in the way that you want them to, or you expect them to, which may be even you expecting them to show up the way you would, I feel like you get annoyed. I feel like you almost want to just push that person out. And I feel like there's something here that you're learning about that, because not everybody is going to show up the way that you do. It's just that it's not going to happen. Not everyone has the same perspective as you. Not everyone is you. Not everyone can even, to be fair, comprehend exactly what you want from them. And not only that, but there's this energy here of, for example, when you get into a relationship, whether that be a business relationship, a friendship, whatever it is, you almost assign that person with certain expectations, like certain things, right? You essentially give them a title or a, certain traits, or I don't even know how to word it, that you want them to fulfill, right? You give them a certain meaning in your reality. And oftentimes we do this without asking the other person if that is how they are viewing that connection. Okay? And I want to lovingly tell you that more often than not, you're giving somebody a title, a description, a descriptor, whatever it is, right? And they do not view it the same way that you do. So for example, this is a very simple example. When you, let's say, go to marry somebody, or you're in a relationship with them, and as that partner for you, you expect them to, do A, B, C, D, E as your partner. However, that person with that, under that title or whatever it is, may not see their position the same way that you do. While you're expecting them to be A, C, or A, B, C, D, E, they're over here at X, Y, Z. And that's what they're thinking they're supposed to be to you. Okay? Or they don't view their position in your life the same way. This happens a lot with healers and friends. Okay? Because oftentimes the healer's just doing what they do. They're just being, right? Especially if they're more enlightened, or, they've brought their vibration very high or higher, right? And they'll be like, oh yeah, that's my friend. That's my friend. And it's like, okay, but I didn't, but, yeah, but I don't see it that way though. Right? So I feel like there's something there. Okay. I feel like there's something there, and you're meant to be learning this or experiencing this, right? Because again, it says refined your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. And I feel like there's something here, right? I feel like there's something here. And for some of you Capricorns, I feel like you struggle with people who need to just be where they are. I feel like you struggle with that for some of you, because I feel like some of you are like, you have that strong determination and that very persistent type of nature that for you it's go, 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 one to the next, to the next, to the next. I need to be moving. I need to be thinking about the future. I need to, right, strategize. I need to do all these things. And I feel like there are people within your reality who don't, that's not how they do things. They need to be allowed the permission to just be where they are in that moment. And sometimes it's not about being capable or able to do what needs to be done. Sometimes they don't have the capacity to be able to do that, and they need to be allowed to just be. And I feel like that's something that's a bit of a struggle for you to understand. And I feel like there may be something here about you learning how to just be. Take it as it resonates with you. We also have here in the reverse or shadow attribute position, the saboteur induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. Now, I feel called, which I haven't very much throughout the September Tarotscopes, but I feel called to read this card for you from the book. I feel like there's something here for someone, more depth or something. There's a lot of info here too. All right, so here we go. In the shadow, no, there's not. Okay. In the shadow, it says manifest as self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. Everyone has this archetype. So I feel like it's important for that to be known. Maybe that's something that you needed to understand, that we all have this archetype within us. And I feel like I want to lovingly say, Capricorn, I feel like for some of you, this saboteur energy, for some of you, I feel like it's self-destructive in the sense that you like don't know when to stop, right? Like there's like, you don't know how to back up or how to again, just be like that. I'm really getting this heavy energy of almost like working yourself to death. Like you just don't know when to stop and just be and enjoy and experience. Like it feels very much like some of you are very much caught up in this earthly or 3D physical reality and don't spend a whole lot of time just being, experiencing life, taking it all in, expressing emotion, experiencing the emotions of other people. I feel like there are a portion of you who may find this energy, this transformative energy over September, difficult. Okay, I'm going to show it to you in the upright just so you can see. But I feel like you may find that difficult because I feel like there's going to be things brought up to you that it's like, there's like, this is not the only way. And I feel like you're being asked to experience life on a different level, a more open, softer type of level. And I feel like that may be very challenging for some of you. Yeah, I'm picking that up more than anything. I'm not really feeling very drawn to this energy of like the desire to undermine other people, because I don't necessarily feel like that's where you're at. Some of you may resonate with that, but that's not energy that's coming through very heavily. More than anything, it's this energy of like not really knowing when to quit and not allowing yourself to experience life, like really, and I mean feel life. We have the victim in the light attribute or upright position. Prevent you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. It's very interesting to me here because this energy is kind of following a pattern, if you will, right? We have refined your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. And oftentimes when we ignore people, they feel victimized by us. Okay. Then we have this energy of induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. When we undermine other people, oftentimes they feel victimized by us. When we induce self-destructive behavior, we victimize ourselves. So I feel like this is like the double-sided coin, as it were, right? Like this applies to you and those in your experience. Because I feel like this is about you victimizing yourself as well as you victimizing other people. And you may not even know that that's what you're doing. But I feel like there are some behaviors that have been or are expressed in your reality. And you're like, oh, like you roll your eyes at it. But you fail to put yourself in that person's shoes to feel what they may have felt. Or to even allow yourself to ponder on and to potential, how do I word this? Like when you're being empathic, right? Like you open yourself up to feeling what someone else may have felt in that position. And I feel like this is something that you struggle to do. Okay. And I feel like there's a need to do this because I feel like in some way, shape, or form, you have been a victim too. Whether that's your own doing and you victimized yourself by running yourself into the ground or whatever it is, self-destructive behavior, right? I feel like you've experienced this energy yourself. And so it's like, why would you want to undermine other people? Why would you want to make them feel less than or make them feel small by telling them that they're not good enough or that, you know, like here we are again type of thing. Again, take it if it resonates with you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Leave it where it lies. We also have for you the slave in the reverse or shadow attribute position, giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. Interestingly, I don't feel like you have a problem making your own choices. I don't know that. I don't know that that applies here. However, I do feel like there's like this energy intuitively of this being a slave to things that are outside of yourself, whether that's work, your family, your hobbies, whatever it is. Like I feel like there's something external that kind of has this, you know, leash on you, as it were. I do feel that. And I feel like maybe some of you don't even realize how much power you're giving away. And I feel like part of this is there's a need here because in the upright, the slave is, or in the light attribute position, the slave is surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. And I feel like for you to do that would be very difficult. For you to relinquish that control, I feel would be very difficult. Maybe that doesn't apply to everyone, but that's what I'm picking up here, right? This energy of giving, and it's weird. It's so weird because I feel like you don't even realize, like, for you to give up control and to surrender to the divine, I feel would be very complicated or difficult, challenging, overwhelming for you. But on the same, like on the same side of this, like you're giving away your power to something outside of yourself. You really don't have any control at all because you're giving your power to your job or your money or your family or whatever it is. It's like a double-edged sword. So I feel like these things are being brought to the forefront of your reality. And I want to lovingly say that if you are focusing intently or intensely on the physical world and work and you're neglecting your soul self, Like, not only could you, and I'm not a doctor, I cannot give, and I do not give medical advice. So seek medical treatment for things that you do feel that you need to do, or that you need to. But I will say, like, when you are so, like, you're not aligned with your soul, with your truth, your divine creator, God, will come in and shake things up. So it can manifest in a way of like things absolutely falling the fuck apart. Or it could also manifest as dis-ease within your own body. So maybe you find yourself falling ill more and more, feeling worse and worse in your body. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. And finally, we have the Mother in the upright or light attribute position. Nurturance, patience, unconditional love, and joy in giving birth to life. Here's the thing, Capricorn. I don't care if you're a male or female. It doesn't matter to me. If you're a mother or father. Now, if you don't have, like, how do I word this? It doesn't matter if you have children or not, is what I'm getting at. Though, if you do have children, this could apply. Whether you are the mother or father, doesn't matter. Because I feel like there's, first of all, what I was talking about, like softening up, right? Like allowing yourself to put yourself in the shoes of other people and surrendering, these sorts of things, just being still. These are all energies of the divine or natural or sacred feminine, however you want to word it. I don't care. But it is that feminine energy, that natural feminine energy. They're all characteristics of that energy. Unconditional love, nurturing, tenderness, being still, surrendering, allowing, flow. These are all feminine energies. And I feel like this is what is trying to be brought out of you through all of this for the month of September. For you to step more into that mother figure energy or that feminine energy, which, mind you, for those whose egos are a little inflated, we have both. So if you're a male, yes, you have feminine energy. I don't know why I need to say that, but for some of you, I feel like you're sitting there like, it doesn't apply to me because I'm not a woman. No, it does. It does. This is, I feel like, calling you to sink more into that energy of experiencing emotion and allowing that to flow, feeling things, nurturing yourself and others, being patient with yourself and others, giving unconditional love and receiving it. And I want to lovingly say, Capricorn, because of what we spoke about in the beginning, that unconditional love doesn't mean I love you when you're doing what I want. It doesn't mean that I love you when you show up how I want you to. The love doesn't stop. It doesn't matter if the person doesn't show up the way you expect. That's not unconditional love. And I feel like you're being called to sink more into this energy. Now with the tarot, you have things can go either way here. That's how horizontal cards are often, show up, right? That's how they show up. The energy shows up. It's like things can go either way. We have here the Empress. Holy shit, Batman. You cannot make this shit up. The Empress in the tarot is the archetype of the mother or the divine feminine. So here it is showing up again. And that is an energy, again, of nurturing, unconditional love, happiness. Okay? In the reverse, which things can go either way, you can choose to be in either energy, right? One of growth, because the Empress or mother in the tarot is fertility, right? Also here, right? Joy in giving birth to life. So things being fertile in your reality, in your world. Or, Empress in the reverse, you can choose to be smothering and selfish and not allow things to grow. Like, if we're talking about people here, every soul has its own plan, its own path. And I want to lovingly tell you, Capricorn, you cannot control someone else's soul path. You can't. You can try, but you have no right. And it won't work. It won't work. Maybe for a little while, but a soul path is a soul path. And eventually, free will gives way and divine intervention takes place. It's your choice. We also have here from the tarot, right? So here we have a choice to make. 5 of Swords in the reverse. Ooh, lingering resentment. Desire to reconcile or forgive. Something, there's something being held on here. Something. I don't know. I mean, maybe there's somebody where this energy caused a rift and there's an opportunity here for it to be repaired. Maybe you desire that. Maybe you seek forgiveness. Maybe you need to forgive yourself. But I feel like there's something here that even if you don't consciously know that this is what it is, I feel like there's something keeping you up at night. Like I don't know what's coming, obviously, but like I'm getting like that 9 of Swords type of energy, like nightmares, like, or keeping you up at night, anxiety, right? Like tossing and turning. I feel like there's something that needs to be brought back into balance. And it's something that's running circles in your mind. Ten of Cups in the upright. This is inner happiness, fulfillment, dreams coming true. And I feel like, I mean, this is all your cups full, right? This is not needing or wanting for anything. And I feel like if this is where you're trying to go, you've got to let some things go first. You've got to find forgiveness. You've got to reconcile whatever it is that you're holding on to. And I feel like I really do feel like there's a lot. Whether that's expectation, whatever it is, I feel like there's things that need to be let go of in order for this fulfillment or this inner happiness, inner peace to come through. There's something here for someone, like, I don't know what it is. It's almost like the physical world is like half of, it doesn't even matter. Like, for some reason, I'm getting this heavy energy. Like, emotions are so fucking important. And I feel like for some of you, you're not allowing yourself to feel the things. And I feel like that's part of what's keeping you separate or not really bringing that full inner happiness through. Page of Swords. This is okay, so first of all, let me just say, like, this is an anxious, mental type of energy, like a restlessness. There's a mental energy here. Swords is your mind, your logic, right? Your ideas, your awareness, your perception. And I feel like your mind is restless because it's almost like the emotion, like the cups, the emotions are lacking. And it's creating this recklessness, this imbalance. And for some of you, I feel like it's keeping you up. For others of you, I feel like it's made you curious and you're trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Ooh, yep. Can't make this shit up because you have death and rebirth here. Transformation. Beginning of a new cycle, a fresh start, a rebirth. Interesting that we have this pregnant empress talking about fertility and this mother card over here and the rebirth. There and desire to reconcile or be reborn. Something is dying and it needs to be allowed to die because it doesn't serve you. And I don't think that this is a thing that you can touch or a person. This is something within you, some sort of behavioral or thought pattern or way of being or something where it doesn't serve you to do that anymore. Maybe it's running yourself in the ground and overworking, because I did pick up on that energy. Maybe it is this thought that if people don't show up the way that you need them to, then you don't need them. Or I don't know what this is, but something is trying to die and be reborn. And I feel like in order for this to happen, there needs to be some sort of reconciliation of the energy. Why is this happening? Gaia Gateway activation, learning experiences, wisdom, transmission, and earth intelligence. Yeah, I definitely feel like you're learning here. 100%. I feel like September is going to be a doozy. I'm going to read this to you. There's a message here in the guidebook for each of the cards, and I feel like I need to read this message to you. Let me find it and take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate, don't worry about it. All right. It says here, sometimes it is not our role to know how everything will unfold. When you draw this card, it's a reminder to trust the plan. The wisdom of Gaia is with you at this time, and you can enjoy the natural expansion that is taking place. You may have a tendency to go traveling and look to the stars for answers, but realize that the planet you call home has much to offer too. You have chosen to be here. This may not be easy to accept, especially if your current reality is a harsh one, but your current experiences are vital for your growth. The earth herself cannot escape the challenges that she's facing at this time. Learn from her strength. Learn from her yearning for a better future. Come back to her. She is your chosen home. Right? I feel like for some of you, you may come to the realization or have some sort of reckoning where it's like, this is really like, and I'm not saying like you have a bad life or you don't like your life or anything like that, but it feels like, I don't know if I want to keep living like this. Like, I don't know if I want this to keep being my experience. For some of you. And I feel like there's like a shift happening. Some of you may quit your job. Some of you may move. Some of you may make some sort of life change, like a bigger life change, because I feel like some of you are like, I just don't want to do this anymore. I just don't know if I want to keep having this experience. Right? And maybe it is that energy of like working yourself into the ground. Maybe you don't want to keep experiencing that. And so maybe you're choosing a new path. So why is this important? Or what is this changing? The reunion, soul recognition, collaboration, partnership, friendship. Isn't that interesting? Because we have this desire to reconcile, right? Or to forgive. And I've been talking about your interactions with other people, though I do feel like this applies to your interaction with yourself. I feel like there's an energy here of, again, reunion. Like, I feel like for some of you, this is important, or the working through this energy and coming to certain realizations about things and healing and releasing and reconciling and those sorts of things, allowing a death to take place, to be reborn. I feel like releasing any fear will bring about this reconciliation, this reunion of potentially people in your reality. Maybe it's people you aren't, or, you know, kind of had a rift from, or it could also be you returning to yourself, recognizing the soul within yourself, the importance of that within yourself, which could bring huge fucking changes in your life. Huge. But I feel like your partnerships could potentially see big, big changes if you allow this energy to move, if you work through this energy. You allow yourself to be healed, right? Like you work through the things, allow yourself to feel. Like it takes that work on your end, that spiritual, that soul work, that work of your consciousness, right? You have here, damn, Daniel, Mother Rose, another mother energy. So yeah, again, getting back to or connecting with that more feminine energy, right? Returning to each other. There's another energy of like coming back to something, compassion and humanity. Yeah, I feel like, again, this is happening because it's trying to reconnect you with that feminine energy, with that unconditional love, with that compassion. Because I feel like this is something that may be lacking in your life. And if you're like, that's not me, look at your relationships. Really do a thorough examination of your relationships. Because there's definitely something here about your connection with other people. Being compassionate towards them. Understanding like we're all part of humanity. None of us know what the fuck we're doing, and none of us get out of here alive. So, okay? The Rose of Venus, alignment, flow, right relationship, and harmony. Isn't that interesting? You have harmony showing up, bringing things into balance, as well as, first of all, Venus. And Venus is a feminine energy. It is Empress energy, okay? It is affection and beauty and harmony and balance, right? Love, relationships, all are represented by Venus energy showing up again, right? And then we have alignment and flow, which I feel like, first of all, I mentioned flow as a natural divine feminine energy, and I feel like this is all to get you into alignment, to experience that inner happiness, that fulfillment. It's like, but first, we've got to clear some shit up. Okay? I feel like this is happening to bring harmony into your relationships, or to give you a better understanding of maybe why there isn't harmony in them. And finally, we have Rose without thorns. You have a right to your joy, peace, and sweetness of life. Yes, this is happening. This is important because you're not supposed to work yourself to death and die and that's it. That's not why we're here. It's a very earthly thing, a very earthly construct. We're here to experience life, a soul in a fucking meat suit avatar, to experience things, to have a physical body, to experience emotions. Because a soul it's unconditional love. It doesn't understand like negativity and doesn't have a physical body to experience things like touch, right? And I feel like this is saying like, you're not meant here. You're not meant to be here to work yourself to death and die. You have a right to experience the joy that life has to offer. I want to pose a question to you, Capricorn. Are you simply alive? Or are you truly living? Because I feel like this energy is trying to move you into a space where you feel life. Versus just being alive and a part of it. So for the Divine Masculine energy, we have here Deep End by Lecrae. So this is the music therapy for the Divine Masculine deck that I created. Deep End by Lecrae. I ain't trying to hang on like my mama told me. Isn't that interesting? More mom energy. Sometimes legs get weak and your arms give out, and you sink to the bottom slowly. A grown man wishing that somebody hold me. So for some of you, I feel like you don't know how to give that, or maybe you are struggling to give that nurturing, unconditional, tender type of energy because you didn't experience it yourself. You weren't taught how to do it. And as a matter of fact, you may have been encouraged to push feelings down, even when you felt depleted, even when you felt like crying or breaking down, or even when you felt like you needed to be emotional. For some of you, I feel like there was this energy of like, don't even think about it. We don't do that here. And so for some of you, I feel like maybe this isn't even your shit. Maybe it's stuff that, like, what I mean is like your personal things. Like maybe this is experience, like, how do I wear this, please? Yes, thank you. Programming, trauma, wounding, or things that were created around your mother. Okay, for some of you. For others of you, I feel like this is more so about you essentially like reparenting yourself, maybe, if you didn't experience those things, and allowing yourself to be emotional, allowing yourself to give all of the things that you wish you could. And I feel like for some of you, there's this energy of like feeling exhausted and depleted. And I feel like and I feel like it's because there's that soul connection is missing. The emotions, the love, the depth is missing. Damn. You have My Name is Human by Highly Suspect. I'm up off my knees, girl. I'm face to face with myself, and I know who I am. Hello, my name is Human. I stole my power from the sun. I'm more than just a man, no longer disillusioned. So very interesting, Capricorn, because I've been talking about how there's that need for that connection to soul self, to source energy, to unconditional love, like knowing there's more than just this physical plane. And here it is showing up. So Divine Masculine, I feel like this is where, again, you are essentially going through this energy of bringing into balance that more emotional side of life, that more soulful energy, soulful connection to your soul self and the souls of other people, seeing them for souls with unconditional love. Wow. And for Divine Feminine, we have Mystic by Tash Sultana. I see I'm surviving myself, and now you're drowning in my dreaming. I forgot my peace when I knew it was there. Lonesome, wandering soul of the earth, my heart was bare. I kissed the ground. No, I was never found. I guess I laid my ego to rest. So Divine Feminine, I feel like you are moving through that egoic energy. I feel like you are moving more into a feminine energy, a more balanced feminine energy, where you're allowing yourself to feel and experience, right? So if throughout this reading you've been listening and you're like, okay, that's not me right this minute, but that was definitely me a little bit ago, right? I feel like there are big changes coming in harmony and flow and experiencing inner peace and things, right? So just, I feel like for some, that's for a very select few of you that have already kind of been in this energy a little bit, right? But I'm very drawn to this line here. Lonesome wandering soul of the earth, my heart was bare. I kissed the ground. No, I was never found. I guess I laid my ego to rest. Like that lonesome wandering soul of the earth, my heart was bare. I feel like this is about opening up. Again, letting love out, letting love in. Sharing that beautiful, beautiful love with the world. And allowing yourself to experience it as well. Not just for somebody to say, I love you, and you say, I love them back. No, but to feel that. To experience it. To let it sink into your pores. Into your entire being. Take it as it resonates with you. That's what I have for you, Capricorn, for the month of September. I truly hope that something here resonated with you or has been valuable for you in some way, shape, or form for this month. If it has, please do the YouTube things by liking, sharing, and or subscribing. It really does help the channel to grow and lets YouTube know that there may be something valuable here for someone else as well. So I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much for spending your time and energy with me. I'm truly so very grateful for you. I hope you have an incredibly powerful, expansive, and loving month. Take care of your beautiful soul, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.